Hey guys, this is the Bearded Guitarist. Today we'll be looking at the diminished 7th chord between the 1 and the 2 in a major key. So we'll learn how to go from one chord to the 2, passing through and generating this kind of R&B jazzy embellishment and vibe with a passing chord, with something chromatic. So we'll explain the harmony behind it, the use of the secondary dominant, and how the diminished 7 belongs to the secondary dominant. So check this out in the close-up. Okay guys, so in order to follow what I'm gonna show you, I'm assuming that you know the harmonization of the C major scale, so you know what chords you get from the C major scale. I'll just go through the first 4 degrees just to double check that we are all on the same page. So the first chord that you get is a C major 7. Obviously we are doing all 7 chords. Then the second degree is gonna be a D minor 7. The third degree is gonna be an E minor 7. And then the fourth degree is gonna be an F major 7. Now I'm assuming that I'm going from the first degree, the C major 7, to the second degree, D minor 7. Now when I do this, I can just do what I did now, add a few embellishments, slides and hammer-ons, pull-offs, but I could just play a passing chord. So one chord that doesn't belong to the harmonization of the C major scale, but still it fits very well as a chromatism to go to the second degree. Now, what chord did I play to do this? I went through a C sharp diminished 7. So the diminished 7th between the first and the second degree, all right? Now, the reason why this works, obviously you can just think of it as a passing chord, but if you want to analyze it a little bit better, you can start looking at the chord where you're going to, which is a D minor 7. Now, in order to go there, we could go there adding one chord, which is the dominant chord of this key. So I'm gonna add an A7, right? But when I add the A7, I'm not really gonna play just a regular A7 like this, because when you go to a minor chord, you should always add an alteration. So you're gonna play an altered dominant 7 chord, which is gonna be, for example, an A7 flat 9. Now, every time that you play a dominant 7 flat 9 chord, if you remove the root note and you look at the following 4 notes, what you generate is a diminished 7th chord. Now, you can think of the diminished 7th chord as built on any degree, 3rd, 5th, 7th and 9th, of the original secondary dominant chord that we introduced here, so the A7 going to D minor 7. Now, for the sake of this video, I will just consider the major third of the original chord of the A7. So the major third is C sharp, and that's why I was playing a C sharp diminished 7th chord. But the diminished 7th chord is a symmetrical chord, so you can move it by 3 frets, by a minor third, all through the fretboard. It's just going to be an inversion of the original chord, so it's just going to include exactly the same note. So if I play C sharp diminished 7th, it's the same as E diminished 7th, is the same as G diminished 7th, as B flat diminished 7th. And you can just double check the notes into an A7 flat 9 with the notes of a C sharp diminished 7th and an E diminished 7th. And you realize why this works, and it sounds really beautiful, especially if you play jazz or R&B. This is a really good passing chord. You can just play something like, or since we can move this C sharp diminished 7th into an E diminished 7th, we can actually play something like, so what I was playing here was just the first degree with a few embellishments, then the passing chord diminished 7th, moving it by a minor third, by 1.5 tones, and then second degree minor 7, and then you just end, for example, with a run of 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. You can have fun and obviously play this in different keys. This is just an example in C major with the first, second, third and fourth degree. Feel free to move it in any other key and experiment that. It's just important to understand how to use the secondary dominant, so the secondary dominant of the second degree, so the A7, flat 9, remove the root note, generate a diminished seventh passing chord that works chromatically between the 1 and the 2, and then have fun moving it around by 3 semitones. Alright guys, so hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions about the chord that I showed you and the things that I mentioned, secondary dominant and the diminished seventh chords, please let me know in the comments below. You can leave me your feedback and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you enjoyed this video, you can help me reaching out more people by sharing this video with your family and friends, leaving a thumb up and a comment below. That would really mean the world to me. So if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe to this channel so that you don't miss a video like this one anymore, and hit the bell button so you also get a little notification when I release my new videos. Thanks for watching this video guys. This was the Bearded Guitarist. I'll be seeing you next week.